Hello everybody, it's your boy N here. I'm coming at you guys with another YouTube video. So in today's video, it is going to be a level cap build guide for Dagath. So without further ado guys, let's get right on into today's video. So first of all, let me go on over the shards that I have on Dagath and why they are here. Now for the first shard, we have got a casting speed shard. All the yellow shards are casting speed, which are based around her fourth abilities, which is Rakali's Cavalry. Now for the two blue shards, I do have energy max. However, you could get away without using energy max or putting strength shards in, but this is just the way that I use Dagath. So guys, let's get right on into the config. So people, for the config that you are going to want to run on Dagath, it is going to look something a little like this. We're going to start off with Brief Respite. Now, Brief Respite is amazing for shield gating and just in general a very good aura to have, especially when running level cap, and it is basically the ideal aura to use whilst running level cap. Now we're going to run Power Drift for a little bit of extra strength and a chance to resist knockdown. Now this is going to be good because obviously getting further into the game, the enemies are going to start knocking you over, and that can mean the difference between life and death within level cap. Now for the next mod, we are going to add some duration. So for duration, we are going to be using Primed Continuity, and then we are also going to pair that up with Prime Flow. Now, of course, duration for the third ability and for basically every ability for the second, and again for the fourth, so that the horses run further, and you know, that's very important. Now the next mod we are going to be using is Catalyzing Shields. Now this is so that we are able to shield gate, and when it comes to casting abilities, you do get a juicy amount of immunity due to this mod, which is definitely something that you are going to need going towards level cap. Now, no level cap config is complete without the use of Rolling Guard. Rolling Guard is basically your get out of jail free card, and whenever you roll, you become invulnerable and remove all status, and the cooldown for that is 7 seconds. Now, I love Dagath to the point where I have put an Umbral Former into her. Now, if you don't want to put an Umbral Former into her, that is all good. You will definitely be able to form this slot here, or throw a Former up here, and you're all good to go, and you'll have space for Umbral Intensify. Now, one of the most important mods in this config is going to be Equilibrium. Now this will give you energy and health back, which is very important, but in this context we are going to be pushing it more towards getting the energy back, because Dagath is a hungry girl when it comes to energy. And as you guys can see here, we are still at 100 efficiency, but let's change that up real quick with Blind Rage for 258 strength. Now we are running low efficiency on Dagath. This is because to get a complete armor reduction, as you guys can see here, there is a 90% defense reduction that is for a armor strip. So you ideally want to run around 250 strength on Dagath in order to pull off a complete armor strip. So that is why we are using that. Now we are also going to add on Stretch over here, just so that we get more range when it comes to the second ability, which is the Doom. So that is the base config. Now let's get on into the Arcanes. Now for the Arcanes, because we are not using Nourish, we are going to be using Arcane Energize to go hand in hand with that Equilibrium for a ton, basically infinite energy. And we are also going to be pushing up our strength a little bit more by using Malt Augmented, just so that we can get a full 100% armor strip out of Dagath. Now guys, this is the config. So let me run on into Simulacrum, and I'm going to show you why this config is so good. Okay, so people, we are now in the Simulacrum, and as you guys can see, I've spawned some level 195 heavy gunners. Now with Dagath, the simple way to play Dagath is activate your 3 for the double buff, use your 2, and then use your 4, and as you guys can see here, she just rips through everything in the way without a problem. You can see the enemy's armor just getting absolutely hammered. If you use it even without the 4th, if the horses run at a good pace, then it will knock the enemies out regardless. But the optimal way to play Dagath is by using your 2 and then your 4. So with this over here, using the 2 and then using the 4, and as you guys can see, everything is gone. Now the reason we've got Equilibrium and Energize on is, as you guys can see, I'm spamming this right now, but if you look in the corner, you can see my energy, and my energy is not going down at all. It is amazing because all enemies will obviously proc drops and stuff like that. And then using Equilibrium along with Energize, you can see that even while spamming, you will not run out of energy. Now, that is the ideal way to play Dagath. Using the first ability is up to you, but it will slow down the enemies. If that's what you want, then absolutely go for it. But other than that, I personally don't use the first ability too much. I just enjoy the power that you can get from the third ability, pairing that up with the 2 and then with the 4 on Dagath for level cap specifically. So guys, now that I have gone over the gameplay loop of Dagath, let's run into level cap and I'm going to show you why Dagath is so goddamn good. So guys, we are now at level cap, and as you guys can see, using the 2 and then the 4 absolutely destroys every single enemy, including a level 9999 xAlisa as Dagath. Now, as you guys can see again, just using the 2 and the 4 is literally a viable option. Whenever you do cast the 4th ability with Dagath, you do get a second of immunity. As you guys can see there in the corner, we just got a second of immunity whilst casting the 4th ability. Now pairing that up with the 2 for extra damage means that Dagath is got a second saving grace other than the rolling guard. However, the rolling guard is the priority, but as you guys can see here with Dagath, it is so easy to handle level cap enemies. Literally all you need to do is press your 2 and then press your 4, and then every enemy in front of you will literally disappear. Another very effective use for Dagath is, as you guys can see here right now, there's a bunch of enemies here. Want to clear the room, Dagath has got you. Just use your 2 and your 4 and the room is officially empty. It's just crazy to me how Dagath has so much power, and as a frame, she is one of the most fun frames I've played in a very long time, and I cannot recommend Dagath enough to anyone. She is insanely fun, and with this config, she is insanely powerful and ready to take on absolutely everything within Warframe. So guys, that has been this video on Dagath for level cap, and I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, please do smash that like button, and there's a link to my Discord and Patreon in the description, so please do check them out. Other than that, if there's any other frames you want to see me push towards level cap, please do let me know in the comment section below. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!